Good morning, everyone. This is Robert. RJL Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 2016 postseason is on the air. We are at Comerica Park. This is game one of the American League Wild Card Series between the Seattle Mariners and the Detroit Tigers. This is a one-game playoff. The winner of this game will go to Camden Yards to play the Baltimore Orioles in game two of the Wild Card Series. For those of you who don't know how I do my playoffs, this is how the playoffs go. It is the first round is the Wild Card Series, which is two one-game playoffs for each league, unless of course there's a team that doesn't get a winning record. But this year in 2016, we will have 4 Wild Card Series games. The next round is the Division Series, a best of 5. Next round is, of course, Championship and World Series, both best of 7. Each roster has 26 players, 13 pitchers, 13 batters. And in the 2016 season, I had no problem getting that. Of course, in the earlier years, they really didn't have 13 pitchers at all the time. So I always populate more with batters if possible. There are no ghost runner rules in the 2016 postseason, no matter who is on the mound. Injuries are full-time, so if anybody gets injured, that player can miss. Can miss the rest of the postseason or a series. If a player is injured, at least half of more than what remains in the series, like if it's a 5-game series and the player is injured for 3 games, he is out for the rest of the series. I have inactive players that were not on the active roster, according to Action PC Baseball at all on the last day of the season, are not available. Players that did not make the postseason roster but are active are placed in reserve in case of injuries. I do go ahead and keep track of some stats. I keep track of batting averages for the starters, home runs, and I keep track of how many wins and losses for pitchers, so I can choose an MVP at the end of the postseason. Pretty much that is the postseason rules that I use for these, and I've not really changed them since I started doing postseason action. Okay, even from the start, even from the 1994 postseason that I did with payoff pitch. Brian B. Scooney 007, Brian Patterson, John Haverly, Chuck Rawlings, Frank Rosenk, and Baseball with the Demos join us here at Comerica Park. We are playing this game early because, well, my Miami Dolphins play a late game tonight against the New England Patriots, so I thought I'd start this game today, early in the game. There are 4 starters for each team. The rest, of course, are 9 relief pitchers. For that, I do a 4-man rotation from 1970 and on. Anything from 1969 and earlier will be 3-man rotations, although for the 1961 postseason, I did 4, which is one of the reasons why that postseason kind of went a little wacky. But next time we'll know for next time. So we got a good one here coming up. We start the 2016 postseason here at Comerica Park between the Mariners and the Tigers. The Mariners finished in second place in the American League West. The Tigers, second place, American League Central. The Tigers did have the better record, so the Mariners traveled to Comerica Park for 1 game. Winner here goes to play the Orioles at Camden Yards for game 2 of this Wild Card Series, and that will be on Tuesday. So if everybody is ready and set, it is time to start the 2016 postseason. The 2016 season was a lot of fun. I look forward to more contemporary years in the future. You know, anything from 2010 and higher. It was a lot of fun to play this season. We're not done yet. And of course, before the World Series, we have the Inside Pitch season selection show, which of course I know a lot of people will join to see what seasons you get to vote on. That will start on January 1 in 2024. But we got a ways to go before that. Let's get to tonight's game. Starting pitcher for the Detroit Tigers tonight. Their number 1 starter, Justin Verlander. 16 wins, 9 losses, a 3.04 ERA, 254 strikeouts, and 56 walks. We are at Comerica Park. neutral, but does favor hitters. 208 home runs were hit at that park and a 264 batting average. So if everybody is set and ready to go for a good matchup here, we begin the postseason. The 2016 regular season is done. It is time to see who will be hoisting that trophy and mobbing the field at the end of the season. Let's get started. Top of the first, leading off for the Mariners will be left fielder Nori Aoki, 283 average, 4 homers, 28 RBIs. We're using blue, white, and blue dice. Tigers are the home team. The fans here at Comerica Park want to get tickets for a trip to Baltimore. The Mariners want to do the same thing. What will happen as Frank Wainscott now joins us here? It is time to start the postseason. Playoff baseball begins now. Verlander, 6'2", strikeout plus 14, and he called strike 3 on Aoki. He got him. Comerica Park is no adjustments to anything, but a strikeout plus will make Aoki a 14, and he will be called strike 3 on Aoki, and that will be the first out. Next up will be the Seattle designated hitter, Seth Smith, 249 average, 16 homers, 63 RBIs in 16. Verlander, 4-4 against the lefty. That will be an out, and it's a fly ball hit the right field. Getting over there is J.D. Martinez, and he'll put it away for out number 2. And now second baseman, Robinson Cano. Hall the very good. Probably would be a Hall of Famer if it wasn't for the crap. 298 average, 39 homers, 103 RBIs. Cano will set it against Verlander. Verlander, 1-2, strikeout plus 12, swing and a miss, strike out, and the inning is over. Second strikeout for Verlander, and the Mariners will go 1-2-3 as we go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Seattle Mariners, their number 1 starter, King Felix Hernandez. 11 wins, 8 losses, a 3.82 ERA, 122 strikeouts and 65 walks in 16. Not one of his better years. He got enough to get the number 1 start here for the Mariners in the postseason. Leading off for the Tigers, second baseman Ian Kinsler, 288 average, 28 homers, 83 RBIs. The lineups, I do go ahead and mostly the players with the most at bats usually go ahead and get into the postseason. Lineups were created by me with a little help from Baseball Reference. Hernandez, 1-6, strikeout. That 20 will be high. Kinsler, 1-4, and it's a base hit past short, and Kinsler leads off with a single for the Tigers. And next up will be the center fielder, Cameron Maybin, 315 average, 4 homers, 43 RBIs. Infield is at double play. Kinsler had 14 stolen bases. That is an 11, nothing happening. Chuck Rawlings, please be alert if I need for you to make a since this is your team, if I ask you to make a decision, please stay on the chat alert. Hernandez, 5'3", range play. Maybin, 6'1". That's a base hit past first, but it's a range play for Adam Leand. The infield is a double play depth. His range is a 1 at double play depth. He won't get it, and that's going to be a base hit. So it was an S3, so it's a base hit past first. Kinsler, he does have, on a base hit past first, he does have the speed, and he will wind up at third, and Maybin at first, and already the Tigers are getting base runners on. So 2 quick hits here for the Tigers. And now the infield will play in. Next batter for the Tigers will be first baseman Miguel Cabrera. Hall of Famer? Yeah. One of the greatest of all time? Yeah. 316 average, 38 homers, 108 RBIs. Runners at first and third, and nothing happening on the strat. King Felix already in some trouble here in the bottom of the first. Hernandez, 6'1", again a range play. Cabrera, 4-1. That's a ground ball to short, and that ball's going after Ketel Marte. But the infield is in. His range is a 1. That is a 5. It'll be a base hit, and the Tigers will get the first runs on the board. Kinsler will come in to score. Maben pass short, and that will not be fast enough. He will have to hold at second base, and the Tigers take a quick 1-0 lead. So not off to a good start are the Mariners. 3 straight base hits to lead off the game for the Tigers. And next up is the Detroit designated hitter, Victor Martinez. 289 average, 27 homers, 86 RBIs. David Vega joins us here at Comerica Park. Infield now back at double play. And nothing on the strat. Maben stays at second. Cabrera at first. Hernandez, 2-5, strikeout. The 14 is high. V-Mart, 6-5. That's a base hit past second, and the hits continue to come early. Maben, a base running rating of 3. That will be good enough. He will score. Cabrera, though, is mud. He has to hold at second, but the Tigers now have a 2-0 lead. Stadium cheers. Yay! They're going to go talk on the mound of Hernandez real quick. Already, Tigers up 2-0. And right now, some bad range plays and nothing happening for Hernandez. He's not getting any help. And now we'll see the right fielder, J.D. Martinez, is up. 307 average, 22 homers, 68 RBIs. Infield is still at double play depth. No, the game was moved to this morning there, David, because the Dolphins play tonight against New England, so I want to watch that. Strategy roll, that is a 4 and nothing happening. King Felix has already given up 2 runs on 4 hits here, and we're only in the first. Hernandez, 4-2, that is a blank. Martinez, 4-5, and the hits continue to come, and that's going to be a base hit to right field. Cabrera, base running rating of 1. Single to right +1, a 1 or 2. Cabrera will score, but he will hold at third, and the bases are loaded. Not a good start for King Felix. What a way to start the game. 5 straight singles by the Tigers, and now we will see the left fielder, Justin Upton. 246 average, 31 homers, 87 RBIs. Infield will come in. Strategy roll, nothing on the 17. They'll play for a home to first double play. Tigers already lead 2-0 here. Bottom of the first inning. King Felix not off to a good start. Hernandez, 2-4. Possible error. Upton, 2-5. That's a fly ball to center field. Going after it is Leonis Martin. His error rating is a 2. That's a 3. He'll bobble it, but he'll make the catch. Upton, a sacrifice fly of 1. He won't bring in Cabrera that way. Cabrera, base runner 1. Martin is a -2 arms. They will not send Cabrera. He will hold at first base. And finally, the Mariners get an out on a fly out to center, as Leonis Martin prevents Cabrera from coming home. And now the catcher, James McCann. 221 average, 12 homers, 48 RBIs. Some teams have platoon. Some teams do have platoon lineups, specifically against right-handed or left-handed pitching. Some teams do not. And the Tigers are one of those teams. They do not have a platoon lineup. Their lineup will be the same throughout the entire postseason if they get far. So now with 1 out and McCann the batter, and let's see what they want to do here. They're going to play for double play instead and try to get out of this inning as Jimmy Jam joins us here at Comerica Park. Strategy roll, nothing on the 11. Hernandez, 1-3. That's a walk plus. That's a 10. And Hernandez is going to walk in a run. Well, if you want to play some good playoff baseball, this is not the way to do it if you're the Mariners. And it is 3-0 Cats. Stadium cheers. Yay! Leadoff next batter was McCann, and he walks. And now we will see the third baseman, Nick Castellanos. Let's see, 285 average, 18 homers, 58 RBIs. Infield still a double play def, and Felix Hernandez not feeling it today. King Felix, right? He's supposed to be the king, and right now he's playing like a pauper. Strategy roll, nothing on the 14. Hernandez will go ahead and pitch. Hernandez, 3-6, strikeout. The 15, that will miss. Castellanos, 4-1, and that's a fly ball hit to right field. Going after that is Nelson Cruz. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Castellanos, a sacrifice fly of 2. He won't bring in Martinez that way. Martinez, base runner 1. Right fielder Cruz is a 0, a 1. Martinez will still score, and he does. They send Martinez. He will come in to score. It's 4-0 Tigers. Stadium cheers. Yay! So that'll be a sacrifice fly to right field for Castellanos, but now there are 2 outs. And now we'll see the shortstop, Jose Iglesias, 255 average, 4 homers, 32 RBIs. Runners at first and second, but already a 4-0 lead for the Tigers. Anything on the strat? The answer is no. King Felix, 4-1, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, strikeout, and the inning is over. First strikeout for King Felix. 4 runs on 5 hits and a walk and a sacrifice fly. And the Tigers are already up 4-0 here after 1. But of course, you guys know that no lead is safe at inside pitch. Just ask the San Francisco Giants how that 8-0 lead went against the Pirates in a game earlier in the regular season. Ask them how that went. We go to the top of the second. Verlander was on the bench for a while, waiting for that inning to end. Leading off for the Mariners, right fielder Nelson Cruz, 287 average, 43 homers, 105 RBIs. Top of the second, 4-0 already. 6-4, that's at the park. Comerica Park, 3-1. That's a fly out to left. Getting over there will be Justin Upton. And he will make the catch. Next batter, the third baseman, Kyle Seager, 278 average, 30 homers, 99 RBIs. Verlander, 3-6. That's a walk plus. That 14 will walk Seager, and he'll trot to first. So a walk there. By the way, for those of you who are wondering, this is the Tigers' 4th appearance in the postseason. The Detroit Tigers, this is their 4th appearance in the postseason. The Mariners, this is their 3rd appearance in a postseason here on the network. Infield, a double play depth. And now the first baseman, Adam Leaned, 239 average, 20 homers, 58 RBIs. Seager had 3 stolen bases, and he's not going to get one here. So Verlander will go ahead and pitch. Verlander, 5-4, strikeout 8, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that'll be the 3rd strikeout for Verlander, 2 down. And here comes the catcher, Chris Iannetta, 210 average, 7 homers, 25 RBIs. Seager still on at first, and he will stay at first. Verlander, 6-4, that's at the park. Comerica Park, 3-1, and that's a fly ball hit to left field, but once again, Upton's going to get there. He will make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except the walk for the M's, and we will go to the bottom of the second. King Felix back on the mound. Mariners going to go with him a little longer. So the Tigers sent 9 to the plate in the first inning. So Ian Kinsler will lead off again, and he's got a base hit his first time up. Hernandez, 4-3. That is a blank. Kinsler, 2-2, and he'll lead off with another base hit. That's a single to right. And right now the Tigers are just getting it done early. So Kinsler goes to first on a single. Here's Maben. Maben got a single his first time up. Infield double play. Anything for Kinsler? That's a 20. Hernandez fires to first, and Kinsler will get back. Now Hernandez will pitch. Hernandez, 5-5. That's a walk plus. That is a 4, and that is now runners at first and second. What an inning, what an outing right now for Hernandez, and that is the second walk he's given up. Here's Miggy. Miggy has got a base hit his first time up. Strategy, nothing on the 14. Kinsler on it second, Maben on it first. King Felix with the pitch. 4-2, that is a blank. Cabrera, 5-2. This time it's a fly ball to center field, and Leonis Martin will make the catch. That is out number one. Kinsler, let's see here. He will not attempt to go to third because of the hit to center, and Martin has a -2 arm. So he will stay at second base, and that is the first out. Here's V-Mart. V-Mart got a single his first time up as well. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 16. King Felix, he'll go ahead and pitch. 3-5. Home run chance. Switch left. 1-11. The 14 is too high. Martinez, 4-1, and he popped it up in the infield. That's a pop out to short. And Ketel Marte is going to get to that one and put it away for the second out. And now J.D. Mart, he got a base hit also his first time up. Strategy, nothing on the 5. Both runners staying at first. 4-0 Tigers already here in the bottom of the second. King Felix, 1-4, strikeout 4. He got him. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Second strikeout for Martinez. Hernandez, he has a much better inning here. Gives up 1 hit and a walk, but that is all. And it's still 4-0 Cats after 2. Top of the third. Tigers right now in control early. Leading off for the M's will be center fielder Leonis Martin. 247 average, 15 homers, and 47 RBIs in 2016. Verlander will go ahead and pitch. Verlander, 1-3, strikeout. The 17 is high. Martin, 4-6. That's a fly ball hit to center field. And Maben will pretty much just stay there and get it. 1 out. And now the shortstop, Ketel Marte, 259 average, a homer, 33 RBIs. Verlander, a 2-5. That's a home run result, but against the righty, Marte needs a 1. He just misses it with a 5. Marte, a 1-5, and that is a fly out to left. And it will be Upton getting to that. Near the track, but he'll make the catch, 2 down. And now Aoki, and he's 0-for-1. 4-0. Verlander with the pitch. 3-4. That's going to be an automatic out, and it's a fly ball hit to center field. Once again, Cameron Maben is going to get to that. And that is a 1-2-3 inning on the Mariners. We go to the bottom of the third. Leading off for the Tigers will be Justin Upton. He's 0-for-1. Tigers lead 4-0. This is a 1-game playoff. Winner here goes to Baltimore. Hernandez, 5-3. That is a blank. He's not tired. Upton, 1-2. That's a fly out to center. And Leonis Martin will get to that and make the play. Here's McCann. McCann walked his first time up. Fernandez, 1-6, strikeout 4, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that will be the third strikeout. That'll be the third strikeout for the King as he gets McCann to swing at a high fastball. Here's Castellanos. Castellanos got a sacrifice fly his first time up. Hernandez, 3-1 against the righty, strikeout plus. That is a 1 strikeout, and the inning is over. 4th strikeout for King Felix, and it looks like he's settled down since the first. 1-2-3 go the Tigers. 4-0 here after 3. Remember, no lead is safe at inside pitch. No such thing as a safe lead in this game. Seth Smith leads off for the Mariners. He's 0 for 1 as we go to the top of inning 4. Verlander, 1-3, strikeout 10. Called strike 3 on Smith, and that was right over the plate, and he knew it. And he'll head back to the bench. 4th strikeout for Verlander. And now Cano. Cano is 0 for 1. Verlander right now in a groove. 3-3. That is a range play. Cano, 1-3. That's a single past second, but it's a range play for Ian Kinsler. He was good. His range is a 4. That is a 2. Kinsler's got it. He'll go ahead and toss it over and make the play. Out number 2. Nice play by Kinsler as he takes a single away from Cano. Here is Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 2. A lot of people think Nelson Cruz belongs in the Hall of Fame. Hall of the Very Good, absolutely. Hall of Fame, I'm a little on the fence about that. I really don't think so. But definitely I'll put Nelson Cruz in the Hall of the Very Good. Verlander, 1-1, possible error. Cruz, 1-2, fly ball hit the left field. And going after that is Justin Upton. His error rating is a 3. That's a 17. He'll get to that. He'll make the catch. And that is a 1-2-3 inning for Verlander. 4-0 still in favor of the Tigers. King Felix so far has now settled down a little bit since the first. But right now, the Mariners are having a problem getting through Verlander. Jose Iglesias leads off for the Detroit Tigers. He is 0 for 1. King Felix, a 6-1. That is a range play. Iglesias, 6-4. That's a single to left, but a range play for Justin Upton. His range is a 3, and he'll make the catch and take a single away from left field. I'm sorry, left fielder is Aoki. His range is a 3 also. He'll make the catch anyway and take a single away from Iglesias. And that'll be a fly out to left. As usual, I always forget who's in the field. But Aoki's range is a 3 also, and he still gets there. So 1 out. And now Kinsler, he's 2 for 2, 2 singles. Hernandez, 4-5. That's a pitcher result, and that 13 will be an out. And that's going to be a ground ball hit to first. Adam Lean will make the play and take it himself for the out, 2 down. And now Mabin. Mabin 1 for 1, a single and a walk. King Felix sets up and pitches. 3-2, strikeout 8. Called strike 3 on Mabin. Mabin didn't like the call, but he's going to have to go back to the bench. And that is strikeout number 5 for King Felix. And another 1-2-3 inning for Hernandez as the Tigers have a 4-0 lead, but Hernandez has settled down. Rapidly moving ball game so far ever since the first. We're now on the top of the 5th already. Kyle Seager will bat for the M's. He walked his first time up. 4-0 Tigers. Verlander goes ahead and pitches. Verlander, 1-2, strikeout plus 1. Well, that ball went low and Seager was not even close. He went high, struck him out, and that is the 5th strikeout for Verlander. 1 down. Right now, Verlander seems to be in a zone. Doug Hunt joins us here at Comerica Park. Lean is up next. He's 0 for 1. Verlander with the pitch. 4-2. Strikeout plus 5. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the 6th strikeout for Verlander. Good pitch on the outside corner. Lean just was a little bit behind it. And now Iannetta. He's 0 for 1. Verlander sets up against Iannetta. Fans here at Comerica Park enjoying a 4-0 lead. Verlander, 6-4. That's at the park. Comerica Park, 1-6. And that's a fly ball hit to center field. Mabin will go ahead and get to that. He will make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across for the Mariners, and we will go to the bottom of the 5th. Leading off for the Tigers will be Miggy. Miguel Cabrera 1 for 2 with a single. Felix Hernandez, he can still pitch, and they'll let him out. Keep on letting him pitch there. He has settled down since the first inning. Hernandez, 5-2, error on a throw. Cabrera, 6-6 against the righty. That's a ground ball to short. That ball is hit to Ketel Marte. His error rating is an 11. That's a 2. He's going to make a bad throw. Adam Lean's range is a 2. And he'll get past Lean. Miguel Cabrera, base running rating of 1, but he will not get to second base. But that is a throwing error on Marte. So an E6, first error on the Mariners, as it allows Cabrera to get to first base on a bad throw by Ketel Marte. And he will get to first. And now the batter is V-Mart. V-Mart, 1 for 2 with a single. Infield is at double play. Cabrera not really doing anything. He's a stolen base of 0. Miggy is mud, and he will hold it first. Felix, 5-6, wild pitch, yep, behind the catcher, and Cabrera will go to second. Wild pitch by Felix Hernandez, and he'll wind. I almost said Keith Hernandez. I've got Keith Hernandez on the brain. I don't know why. Cabrera now goes to second. Now that takes away the double play, and another big run in scoring position for the Tigers. Re-roll the strat. Nothing on the 7. Felix looking in on V-Mart. Fans here at Comerica Park would just love to see the Tigers move on to Baltimore. Hernandez, 1-4, strikeout. The 17 is high. Martinez, 6-3, base hit past third. That's a single. Cabrera, though, does not have the speed. He will hold it third. But a hit by V-Mart. And once again, the Tigers are in business here. And now J.D. Mart, runners at the corners, infield playing in. Mariners cannot allow any more runs here. Already down 4-0 due to a hot first inning by the Tigers. Strategy, nothing on the 5. King Felix will go ahead and pitch to J.D. Mart. Fans here at Comerica Park would love to see another hit. Hernandez, 3-5. Home run chance. Righty, 1-14. The 17 is too high. That will not happen there. J.D. Mart, 1-6. And he does hit a fly ball to center field. Leonis Martin will make the catch. That is out number 1. J.D. Mart, a sacrifice fly of 2. And he will bring in Cabrera, and the run will score. Stadium cheers. Yay! Sacrifice fly to center. Cabrera comes in to score. Now 5-0 Tigers. V-Mart stays at first base. Now they'll go back to double play depth, and now it'll be Upton. This may be Felix Hernandez's last inning. He is 0 for 2 here. But the Tigers now have a 5-0 lead. Mike Eisenberg joins us here at Comerica Park. V-Mart on it first. 5-0 in favor of the Tigers. Strategy roll, still active. That's a 16, nothing happening. Felix will pitch. Hernandez, 2-4. Possible error. Upton, 6-1. That's a ground ball to first. That ball is hit to Adam Lean. His error rating is a 4. That's an 8. Now let's see if they can turn it. 2-2-2. Shortstop pivot. Marte a 0. A 1-2. It's a 3-6-3. They will not get it. It's a 6. So Martinez will automatically get to second base as Lean realizes the only play he has is to get Upton, and there are now 2 outs. And here's McCann. McCann is 0 for 1 with a walk. Martinez on at second base. Tigers lead 5-0. Strategy still active. That's a 4. V-Mart stays put. Hernandez will go ahead and pitch to McCann. Hernandez sets here. Fans are liking this game so far. Hernandez, 6-5, strikeout 15. That just missed. McCann, 2-6, and that's a power hit to right field. That is a 6, but against the righty, it's going to be too high. It's a fly ball to right field. Cruz is going to get to it. He will make the catch and retire the side. 1 run, 1 hit, and 1 error on the Mariners, but the Tigers commanding 5-0 lead here after 5. But as we all know, no lead is safe, an inside pitch. Verlander right now is on cloud 9 as we go to the top of the 6th. And leading off for the Mariners will be Leonis Martin, and he is 0 for 1. 5-0 Tigers. Verlander with the pitch. Verlander 1-6, strikeout. The 15 will miss. Martin 2-2, and against the righty, it's a ground ball to first base. Miguel Cabrera will take it himself, 1 out. Next up is Marte. Marte 0 for 1. Verlander with the pitch. Verlander 5-6, strikeout. The 18 is high. Marte 4-6, and against the righty, that's a fly ball hit to left field. And Justin Upton, he will get under it and make the catch, 2 down. And now Aoki. Aoki is 0 for 2. Verlander right now, this game seems to be moving in slow motion for him. Verlander 4-1, error on a throw. Aoki 4-5, and against the righty, that's going to be smacked into center field, and that's going to be a double for Aoki. Aoki gets the first hit of the game for the Mariners, so Verlander goes 5 2/3 without a hit. There won't be a throwing error, there's nobody on base. But Aoki will get a double, and the Mariners finally crack the board there with a hit. And now here's Smith. Smith is 0 for 2. 2 outs here. Top of the 6th, though. 5-0 Tigers. Mariners got to get runs. Strategy roll. Nothing on the 15. Verlander, he'll go ahead and pitch. Verlander, 1-5. That's a walk plus, and he'll walk Smith. So now he gives up a double, and now a walk. And this is a big chance here for Robinson Cano. If the Mariners want to get into this ball game, Cano's got to come through for the M's. 2 down here. Runners at first and second. Fans here at Comerica Park a little bit nervous, but hoping that Verlander can get out of the inning. The Tigers do have a 5-0 lead. Strategy. Nothing on the 5. Aoki at second. Smith at first. Verlander, 6-5, strikeout plus 19. That will miss. Cano becomes a 16. The 19 is too high. Cano, 1-5, and it's a ground ball to third base. It'll be up by Castellanos, and he is going to throw to first to get Cano, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, and a walk for the Mariners. And we are going to the bottom of the 6th. With the Tigers holding on to a 5-0 lead. Could we have another shutout? I would like to let you know I did count how many shutouts I had in the regular season, and we had 12 shutouts in the regular season in this 2016 campaign. If you're wondering that is the most I've had in a replay, the answer is yes. I've never had 12 shutouts in a season in any of the season replays I've done. So 2016 is going to be known as the year of the shutout. Nick Castellanos leads off for the Tigers. That will be all for King Felix, as the Mariners have seen enough. They got right coming up, so the Mariners will bring on a righty. And coming on to pitch for the Mariners is going to be Nick Vincent. 4 wins, 4 losses, 3 saves, a 3.73 ERA. Nick Vincent will go ahead and pitch to Castellanos to start the bottom of the 6th. Tigers lead 5-0, trying to punch ticket for a trip to Baltimore. Vincent, 4-4, strikeout 12. That is just misses. Castellanos, 6-2, fly ball to left field, and Naoki will get to it and make the catch for the out. One away. Here's Iglesias. Iglesias is 0 for 1. Also, I should also mention, I do not do fatigue rules for relievers. All relief pitchers are always fresh. I don't deal with fatigue. I do not deal with fatigue. Like if I use a relief pitcher twice in 2 games, I don't do fatigue. Every pitcher is always fresh, except for the starters. Starters cannot come into a ball game until all relievers have been used. The starter that pitched the game before, okay, he cannot come into the game at all unless he is the last pitcher available. Vincent with the pitch. Vincent, 1-5. That's at the park. Comerica Park, 2-5. That's a home run to the pull side against the righty. Iglesias needs a 1. The 16 is too high, and that is going to be a fly out to left instead, and that'll be out number 2. I don't deal with fatigue, too much to keep track of. Let's just have everybody at full strength. Here's Kinsler. Kinsler 2 for 3. 1961 Milwaukee closers. Yeah, I know, right? What a season! What a season 1961 was to do. 3-1 against the righty walk, and that is ball 4. He will walk Kinsler, and Kinsler is on base for the 3rd time today. And now the batter is Maben. Vita Productions joins us here at Comerica Park. So Kinsler on at first. Vincent will now pitch to Maben. 2 outs here. And actually strategy rolls are off. Vincent, 2-2 against the righty. Strikeout plus. The 6 gets Maben. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that will retire the side. Nothing across except a walk for the Cats. But they're holding on to a good 5-0 lead here after 6. Verlander is pitching his butt off as we go to the top of the 7th. Of course, he'll stay out there. As Beatles Eternally joins us here at Comerica Park. I wonder if Beatles Eternally took a jet to the game here in Detroit. Paul McCartney, that counts. So Verlander here will now pitch to Nelson Cruz. He'll lead off for the Mariners. And he is 0 for 2. I always thought the major was a suffragette. Verlander with the pitch. Verlander, 5-1, strikeout. The 17 is high. Cruz, 1-2. That's a fly ball to left field. That's also a high ball, but that'll be a fly out to left. And Nelson Cruz has flown out to left all 3 times. So Verlander is surely in control. Here is Seager. Seager is 0 for 1 with a walk. But Verlander in total command of this game here. Top of the 7th. Tigers up 5-0. Verlander, 6-2. Strikeout plus. 16. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the 7th strikeout for Verlander. 2 down. And now the batter is Leaned. Leaned is 0 for 2. Verlander sets up and pitch. Verlander, 4-2, strikeout plus 9, swing and a miss, right out, and the inning is done. Strikeout number 8 for Verlander, and Adam Leaned has the hat trick. He struck out all 3 times. And Verlander, right now, the Mariners have absolutely no answer for him. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I will be right back. The 2016 postseason has just got underway. Tomorrow night will be game one of the National League Wild Card Series. We will be at PNC Park as the New York Mets will take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. The winner there goes to play the Giants at AT&T Park. It will be Noah Syndergaard going for the Mets and Jamison Taillon for the Pirates. So this could be a good matchup tomorrow night at PNC Park. So far, no number 6 has won any games on the board in the postseason. Could happen tomorrow night. We shall find out. Mets and the Pirates tomorrow night. Game 1 of the NLWS. Syndergaard against Taillon. Meanwhile, bottom of the 7th here, Tigers lead 5-0. And let's see, right switch right coming up. Nick Vincent is tired. Let's see what the Mariners want to do here. Probably bring on another righty, and now that they're in the 7th inning, it really doesn't matter who they're going to bring in. So Vincent's going to come out of the game. And coming on to pitch for the Mariners is going to be Archimedes Caminero. 2 wins, 3 losses saved, a 3.56 ERA. Archimedes Caminero started the season with the Pittsburgh Pirates. He is now on the Mariners. So Caminero will go ahead and he will pitch to start the bottom of the 7th. 5-0 Tigers. Miguel Cabrera leads off, and he is 1 for 3, has a single and reached on an error. Caminero, 4-2, strikeout 10. That misses. Cabrera, 4-6, and it's a power hit to right. That is a 19. That's too high. It'll be a fly ball hit to right field. Nelson Cruz will get to it and make the catch. 1 out. Here's V-Mart. V-Mart, 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Caminero, they'll go ahead and pitch. Caminero, 3-3, error on a throw. Martinez, 6-5. That's going to be an infield single to second base. Second baseman is Cano. His error rating is a 1. That's a 20. He decides not even to think about throwing to first to get Martinez, and that will be an infield single, no error. So now Victor Martinez is now 3 for 4 in tonight's game. And now here's J.D. Mart. J.D. Mart is 1 for 3, but did get a single and did go ahead and get a sacrifice fly. Infield is a double play death. Caminero looking at J.D. Mart. Strategy rolls are off. Caminero, 2-6. That's a walk plus, and that will be ball 4. And now the Tigers looking to get more. So runners at first and second. And a chance now for Upton. Upton is 0 for 3, looking for his first hit in this ball game. Runners at first and second, paperback right. That was actually a good one there. After further review with Steve Tower joins us here at Comerica Park. He says, let's go, Pats. I don't know why you want to root for the Patriots anyway. The Dolphins are going to crush them tonight. V-Mart on at second, Martinez on at first, Caminero with the pitch. Maybe. We'll see what happens. Depends. 6-4 against the righty. Strikeout 2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He gets Upton on a K. That'll be out number 2. Here's McCann. McCann is 0 for 2 with a walk. Caminero sets up here against McCann. Fans here at Comerica Park enjoying a 5-0 lead. Caminero, a 3-2 against the righty. Strikeout plus, and that will be good enough against McCann. Swing and a miss. Steer right out, and that will end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and a walk for the Tigers, but they're leading 5-0 here in this first game of the 2016 postseason. We go to the top of the 8th. And leading off for the Mariners will be Chris Iannetta. He is 0 for 2. Justin Verlander pitching a 1-hitter here. And he is just right now in a zone. Yeah, Josh Allen with the Bills. Yeah, the Bills better go ahead and have a much better game. And by the way, will there be a New York Giants sighting? Because I still haven't seen the Giants yet this year. Somebody tell me where the New York Giants are, because they were supposed to play a game on Sunday night. Still haven't seen them. Verlander with the pitch. Verlander, 6'5", strikeout plus 8, swing and a miss, struck him out. That is the 9th strikeout for Verlander. Iannetta just goes back to the dugout, and the Mariners players in the dugout are just saying there is nothing we can do. Martin is up next. He's 0 for 2. Verlander will pitch. Verlander, 3-3. That's a range play. Martin, 5-6. It's a base hit past short, but it's a range play for Jose Iglesias. He was pretty good. His range is a 4, and he got it. Nice play by Iglesias and throws it over for the out. He takes a single away from Martin, and Martin can't believe that Iglesias made it look that easy. And now here's Marte. Marte is 0 for 1. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. 5-0 Tigers. Verlander sets up and deals. Verlander, 5-2 against the switch left. Strikeout plus. That is a 3, swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is the 10th strikeout for Verlander. 1, 2, 3, go the Mariners. Tigers lead 5-0, and the Seattle Mariners are running out of outs. Bottom of the 8th inning, Caminero coming out of the game. Mariners are going to go to the bullpen. And coming on to pitch for the Mariners is going to be, even though he's not the closer actually, Cishek is, but they're going to bring him out. Coming on to pitch for the Mariners will be Edwin Diaz. No wins, 4 losses, 18 saves though, a 2.79 ERA. Diaz's mission, keep it 5-0 and hope for some serious 9th inning magic. Nick Castellanos leads off for the Tigers, and he is 0 for 3, but he does have a sacrifice fly. 5-0 in favor of the Cats. Diaz with the pitch. 4-6. That's a pitcher result, and that 2 is going to be a base hit. That's a single right past the pitcher. Castellanos will get the hit. And that's the first hit of the game for Castellanos. And now the batter is Iglesias. Iglesias is 0 for 3. He's looking for his first hit. Infield double play depth. Strategy rolls are off. Tigers looking for some insurance. Diaz, 3-1. Hit by pitch. 9. Yes, he hit him. Plunk. Ouch. He goes ahead and hits Iglesias on a hit batter. And Diaz comes in here and he is not looking fresh. First hit batter of the game. It will now bring up Kinsler. Kinsler 2 for 3 actually, 2 singles and a walk. And right now Diaz is just not looking good here right now. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 8th. Tigers looking to add more to that 5-run lead. Diaz, 4-3, error on a grounder. Kinsler, 1-2. That's a ground ball to second base. That ball is at the Cano. His error rating is a 1. That's a 9. He will not make an error. Now let's see if they turn a double play. 2-1-2. Shortstop pivot Marte, 0-1-2. Double play. No. Castellanos will get the third. Iglesias thrown out at second. Kinsler gets the first, and there is 1 out. Fielder's choice. And now the batter is Mabin. Mabin is 1 for 3, a single and a walk. And they are going to call the infield in. Mariners cannot allow any more runs here. Castellanos on at third. Kinsler on at first. Diaz will pitch to Mabin. No strategy rolls. Diaz trying to get it done here. Diaz. 1-2. That's a wild pitch, but the 19 is ball 1. Diaz will try again. 5-4. Range play at the park. Comerica Comerica Park. 1-4. It's a ground ball to second base. That ball is hit to Cano. His range is a 4, but at infield in, his range is a 2, and he's got it. What a play by Cano. With the infield in, Castellanos' base running rating becomes a -1, and the only play is going to go to first. Kinsler will go to second, and that is 2 outs. They cannot send Castellanos. A ground out to second base. Kinsler does go to second with the infield in, but now 2 away. What a play by Robinson Cano as he prevents the run from scoring, but the Mariners have got to try to pick it up. Here's Miggy. And Miggy is 1 for 3. Got a 1 for 4, a single and reached on an error. Diaz is tired. That will be it for him. And the Mariners are going to go to the bullpen to try to get the last out here. And they are going to go ahead and, let's see. Not a save situation, but they got to go ahead and bring in the best guy they got. And coming in to pitch will be Steve Cishek. 4 wins, 6 losses, 25 saves, a 2.85 ERA. Cishek is the closer, but they got to bring him in here to try to go ahead and keep this a 5-0 lead. You're not going to pitch to Martinez because Martinez, it's righty on righty. Mariners are going to, Cishek will pitch to Cabrera. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Tigers lead 5-0. I do keep stats starting the wild card series. Yes, batting averages and wins and losses and saves. I do keep, and home runs. I do keep that stats now because that allows me to have an MVP at the end of the year. So Cishek will pitch to Cabrera. Fans here at Comerica Park knows if Cishek makes a mistake, that ball is probably out of here. Cishek with the pitch. 5-3 against the righty. That's going to be an out. And it is a fly ball to left field. And getting over there will be Aoki. And he will make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and a hit batter. And the Tigers do not get any extra runs, but they have a 5-0 lead here after 8. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Top of the 9th coming up. Justin Verlander is tired, but he says I can pitch. And why not? You got a 5-0 lead. He does have to go up against the top of the order. Here's Nori Aoki. And he is 1 for 2, has a double. He got the only hit in the game for the Mariners. So Justin Verlander will pitch here for the Tigers, 5-0, trying to go the distance to start the postseason for the Tigers. Mariners got to get some help. Verlander, 3-3. That is a range play. Aoki, 4-2. At the ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Castellanos. His range is a 1. He can't get it, and that is going to be a single for Aoki. Aoki leads off with a leadoff single, and he'll get to first. Next batter is Smith. K-Rod is warming up in the Tiger bullpen just in case. Aoki on it first. Verlander will pitch to Smith. Infield is at double play depth. 5-0 Tigers. Are we looking at another shutout to start the postseason? Verlander sets up and he will pitch. Verlander, 3-1. That's a range play. Smith, 3-4. That's a fly ball hit to left field. Going after it is Justin Upton. His range is a 3. That's a 6. He won't get it. And that's going to be a double for Seth Smith. Double to left. Aoki base runner 3. Double to left to 0. A 1-3. Aoki will score. And he does. Aoki comes around and he will score. And the Mariners do get a run. It's now 5-1. So Smith goes to second. So Aoki comes around and he scores all the way from third. And that is a double. And now the batter is Cano, and now they will pull Verlander. What a job he did. But they're going to go ahead and pull him. And they're going to go ahead and bring out K-Rod. It is now a safe situation since the tying run is in the hole. So Robinson Cano, the next batter, and here comes K-Rod. Francisco Rodriguez, 3 wins, 4 losses, 44 saves, a 3.24 ERA. K-Rod, he will come out and he will pitch. But now it's a 5-1 ball game as now the shutout is gone. So now the Tigers say, okay, let's just end this game and let's make a trip to Baltimore. Smith on at second. K-Rod ready to pitch. Strategy rolls are still off. K-Rod, 1-2. That's a range play. Cano, 5-4. That's a power hit to right field. That is a 17. It is too high, but it's a range play for J.D. Mart. Jamie Martinez's range is a 2. And he makes the catch. That's a 1. He'll go ahead and get it. Seth Smith, he will. I don't think you'd send him to third on this case, and they will not even try. In this situation, Smith will be held at second base. You don't want to run yourself out of the inning. What a play by J.D. Martinez. Fly out to right. And Smith holds at second base. I will make that call. Normally in a regular season, I would move him over to third. But in this case, this is the final inning. You got to make a few changes. Next batter is Cruz. Cruz is 0 for 3. But now 1 out here for the Mariners. 5-1. K-Rod will go ahead, set up for the pitch. K-Rod with the pitch. 2-5. Another range play. Cruz, 5-4. That's a double into center field, but a range play for Cameron Maybin. He's going after it. His range is a 2. And he can't get it. That's going to be a double. Smith will come around. He will score. Cruz to second base. It's 5-2. Here come the Mariners. Second double of the inning brings in another run. As the range plays are now, Detroit now getting hurt in the field. And now here's Seager. Seager is 0 for 2 with a walk. Still 1 out in the top of the 9th. Now it's a 5-2 ball game. Fans here at Comerica Park getting a little nervous. K-Rod can still pitch to 2 batters before he gets tired. Cruz on at second. Strategy rolls are still off. K-Rod. 1-2. Another range play. Seager. 5-1. That's a single into center field. But now again, Cameron Maybin gets another chance to make a range play. His range is a 2. That is a 6. It'll be a base hit for Seager. Cruz, a base running rating of 2. Single to center plus 3, a 1-5. Cruz will score, and he does. It's 5-3. Stadium groans. An RBI single by Seager. Now it's 5-3, and here comes Lind. And Lind's got home run power. Lind is 0 for 3. He struck out all 3 times. Seager on at first. K-Rod, he will be tired after Lind. 1 out here. Now the infield goes a double play depth. Strategy rolls are still off. Seager on at first. Lind at the plate. K-Rod got to be careful. He can't allow homers to lefties. K-Rod sets up. Fans here at Comerica Park suddenly getting nervous. K-Rod will go ahead and pitch. 4-4. Strikeout plus 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Lind strikes out all 4 times, and that is 2 outs. And now the batter is Iannetta. And we're going to see a pinch hitter for him, a 210 average. There will be a pinch hitter for Iannetta. Mike Zunino will take over at catcher if it goes any further. Iannetta coming out and coming on to pinch hit for the Mariners will be Dae-Ho Lee. 253 average, 14 homers, 49 RBIs. Lee's got some punch. K-Rod is tired. Question is, Chuck Rawlings, do you go ahead? I think you stick with him. This is what you pay him for. He may be tired. A fatigue result will not bring in a run. They're going to go with K-Rod here to see. He says, let me just get this one guy out. Dae-Ho Lee will now pinch hit. Mike Zunino will take over at catcher if it goes any further. But now 2 outs, a 5-3 ball game. Seager on at first. The fans here at Comerica are on their feet, shooting for K-Rod. Strategy rolls are still off. K-Rod sets up, gets the signal, deals. 3-5 against the righty. That is a blank. Lee, 1-1, and it's a comebacker right back to K-Rod. He's got it. He takes his time, pumps once, pumps twice, throws to first. That's your game. The Detroit Tigers will go ahead and move on. It got a little interesting, but they beat the Mariners 5-3. Stadium cheers and lets out a big sigh. Yay! 3 runs on 4 hits. It gets interesting, but the Detroit Tigers will win the ball game, and they will move on to Camden Yards to play the Baltimore Orioles on Tuesday. What a victory for the Tigers. They hold on here 5-3, and the fans here at Comerica Park leave a big sigh of relief, and they will move on to play the Orioles for the Wild Card Championship. The Mariners made it interesting, but just really didn't have enough. And they will wind up once again heading home. And the Mariners, well, they gave it what they could, but that four-run first inning kind of doomed the Mariners from the start. But that is a victory for the Tigers, and they will move on to play the Orioles. Final line score coming up. For the Tigers, 5 runs on 9 hits and no errors. For the Mariners, 3 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. The winning pitcher is Justin Verlander. He will go to 1-0 in the postseason. King Felix Hernandez does take the loss. He goes to 0-1. And K-Rod does get the first save of the playoffs. So a good way to start the 2016 postseason here as the Tigers hold off the Mariners, and now they go to Baltimore. And the starting pitcher for the Tigers in that game is going to be, if you're wondering there, starting pitcher for the Tigers is going to be Michael Fulmer. He will be pitching for Detroit. And the Orioles and Baltimore's starting pitcher, that game, if you're wondering there, Chuck, it will be Michael Fulmer, and he will go up against Kevin Gausman for the Orioles. So that will be the pitching matchup for the Tigers and the Orioles, just in case you were wondering there. So it'll be Fulmer against Gausman. Our next game will be tomorrow night. It will be game 1 of the National League Wild Card Series. The New York Mets take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. Noah Thor Syndergaard will go for the Mets. Jamison Taillon will go for the Pirates. Should be a fun game at PNC Park. Can the Mets move on to play the Giants and a rematch with Madison Bumgarner, who would be the starting pitcher for the Giants? Or will the Pirates, or will home field continue to do what it usually does in the wild card round? Mets, Pirates, Syndergaard, and Taillon. Be there or be square. Brian Patterson, Chuck Rawlings, Beatles Eternally, Doug Hunt, V-Dub Productions. Let's see here. Brian B. Baseball with the Demos. After Further Review with Steve Towers, Scooney 007, Mike Eisenberg, David Vega, Jimmy Jam, Frank Rosenk, John Haverly. Thank you all for joining me today. Please leave a like on your way out through the X-ray machines. Subscribe if you've not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Detroit Tigers go ahead and beat the Mariners. They move on. They're going to Camden Yards. Tigers win 5-3. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.